After my conversation with Jason Pantana, I've been thinking a lot about AI. And honestly, I think there's a real danger right now. Not just of agents getting left behind, but of agents getting pulled in the wrong direction entirely. Because AI is powerful. It's moving fast, and if you're not careful, it won't just change your business. It will start to shape how you think, how you work, and how you live. So I wanted to do a quick follow-up. Not to rehash what we talked about. If you haven't listened, go back and listen to the episode from last Thursday, but to respond to it. And I want to give you 3 things every agent needs to understand about AI right now, especially if you want to grow your business without losing your life in the process. Now, of course, it would not be a faithful agent without a Christian dad joke. So here we go. A pastor one morning wanted to skip out on work. So they told their assistant they were sick. Then they drove to a golf course in another town where no one would see them. They teed off at the first hole and a huge gust of wind came, pushing the ball across the green for a hole-in-one. In heaven, an angel looked and asked God, "Why did you move the ball?" God smiled and replied, "Who's he going to tell?" All right, 3 things every agent needs to understand about AI right now. Number 1, AI is a tool, not a voice of wisdom. One of the most important things I think that Jason said, and I don't want you to miss this, is that AI is a tool. It's not a person. It's not a source of truth. It's not a source of wisdom. And that matters more than you think because these tools are designed to be helpful, but what they think is helpful isn't always what's true. We know as believers that God is wisdom. All that AI is doing is rearranging information that the computer has access to. It is helpful, don't get me wrong. It is, in fact, quite helpful. I use it quite often. But it is not wisdom, and it cannot replace conversation with those who actually have wisdom and know the one who is wise, which is the Lord. It just rearranges information. We even talked about in the conversation how AI will affirm you. It's going to agree with you, and it's sometimes even going to tell you what you want to hear, not what you need to hear, what you want to hear, like a puppy that just wants to please its master. And if you're not careful, you'll start to trust it in ways that you shouldn't. And for us as believers, this is where we have to be different. It's okay to use AI to analyze decisions, but do not go to AI for wisdom. That's what the Lord is for. That's what Scripture is for. That's what prayer is for. That's what godly counsel is for. We cannot replace godly wisdom, godly people, godly counsel, godly fellowship with AI. It is a tool, and it is simply a tool. It is not a voice of wisdom. Number 2, AI should give you your time back, not just make you busier. And this is where I want to push a little bit, because what I'm seeing right now is agents using AI to do more without ever asking if they should be doing more. And I think that's a problem. Jason talked about how powerful tools like Claude can be. It can automate tasks. It can run workflows. It can literally act like an assistant. And I'll be honest, ever since we recorded that episode, I've been using Claude Cowork, and it's an amazing tool. It actually does work for you. It takes over your computer, and it actually starts to do the work. Unlike ChatGPT, where it gives you back information, Claude Cowork is actually working on your behalf. It's weird. It's crazy. It's actually kind of incredible. But the question is, right, I find, and I've seen, and in conversations with agents, that AI is actually just making us more chaotic because we feel like we've got to be excellent at all of these things. And instead of just having space or using it to buy back our time, we're just filling that space with more things to do, more stuff to worry about. So the question is, when AI gives you time back, what are you going to do with it? Because if the answer is, I'm just going to fill it with more work, then you're missing the point. Because the goal is not to become a faster hamster on the wheel. The goal is more output with less cost to your life. That's a good thing, right? It means more time with your kids, more presence with your spouse, more margin in your day. And if AI just makes you busier faster, then I think you're using it wrong. One of the hardest trade-offs in our industry, and anybody with kids understands this, is that our kids are bearing the burden, bearing the weight of our success. What do I mean? We feel like my business partner, Dave Caggiano, always talks about early in his career feeling like he was ships in the night with his wife. His wife was home with the kids. She wasn't even working, but he was out there grinding, doing what he had to do to just succeed and make sure that he paid the bills and provide for his family, which I give him a lot of credit for. But he was ships in the night. He was missing out on family time. He was missing out on all these things. And the reality is his kids were bearing the weight of his success. They weren't seeing dad the way that they wished they were seeing dad. His wife was bearing the weight of his success. She wasn't seeing her husband the way that she wished she could have seen her husband. Now that we have these tools, we can create more output. That's amazing. But let's do it in less time. Let's use AI to make us more efficient in our time so that we can have more time with those that we care about most, not so that we can just work a bunch more. Look at this as a blessing from the Lord so that we can buy back some of our time. And finally, number 3, speed is increasing, but you don't have to live at that pace. Well, that's hard for me. Let's just be realistic. But I think this could be the most important one. AI is speeding everything up. And if you're not careful, if I'm not careful, you'll start to believe that you're supposed to move that fast too. You know, Jason even said in our interview that he caught himself getting frustrated reading slower than AI can produce a response. And that's real. He was frustrated at himself because he couldn't read it as fast as AI could. But here's the truth. Just because technology moves faster, it doesn't mean that our life should. As believers, we're not called to hurry. We're not called to anxiety. We're not called to constant output. We're called to faithfulness. So yes, use AI. Be more excellent. That's the Lord's standard. Be efficient. That's a good thing. But also, shut it down. Walk downstairs, play with your kids, talk to your spouse, be present, put your phone down, put your computer down, because no amount of efficiency in your business is worth losing your life at home. The truth is, AI is not the enemy. But it's also not neutral in how it shapes you. It'll shape you if you're not intentional. So here's the takeaway. Use AI as a tool. Use it to buy back your time and refuse to let the speed of the world dictate the pace of your life. And if you want to learn how to actually build a business that grows without taking over your life, I'm doing a free training on April 29th where I'm going to walk through exactly how to do that. And I'd love to see you there. Go to faithfulagent.com to register. That's faithfulagent.com. I'd love to see you there. I love you, faithful agents. I hope this quick cut episode on AI and how it's moving fast, but how we don't let it take over our lives is an important conversation that we need to have and is a blessing to you right now. I love you, and I'll see you Thursday for a full-length episode. Hey, Christian Agent, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If it resonated, would you take 30 seconds and share it with another agent who's also trying to grow their business without losing their faith, family, or peace? That's how this message spreads. And if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss future episodes. I release new ones each Thursday to help you build success that actually lasts. It genuinely fires me up knowing this podcast is helping you pursue excellence to the glory of God, both at work and at home. I'll meet you back here next week for another episode of The Faithful Agent.